What's up you guys, it's Ben and welcome back to my channel where we talk about everything there is relating to selling on Amazon. Amazon is dead. It's way too competitive. Chinese are completely taking over and there is no chance in hell for new Amazon FBA sellers to make any money at all on the platform, given all the shortages in terms of chip shortages, supply chain issues, and so on and so forth. COVID is now past and therefore you are too late. These are just some of the high titles and headlines and YouTube videos that I've been watching lately just to see what people are talking about and what exactly they mean. What I find interesting, and this is precisely why I'm actually going to title this video in a negative light, is because people really gravitate towards negative news, negative media, negative articles. And I don't really care about that. But what I do care about, guys, is all of you that are just looking for potentially an excuse, a reason why you yourself shouldn't start selling on Amazon in 2021. And what I wanted to do in this video is actually debunk each and every single one of those myths, each and every single one of those statements that various newspaper articles or potentially YouTubers make about how selling on Amazon FBA is simply too late. We will go into some personal information, but as well as just general information to hopefully encourage you and give you a real picture of what it's like selling on Amazon and the fact that you still can make a lot of money and potentially leave your 9 to 5. Otherwise, what other choice are there? Do we potentially move on to something else, or do we continue working 9 to 5 for the next 35 to 40 years? So guys, with that being said, if you are interested in selling on Amazon and you're really willing to take the plunge and take on the risk, then please don't forget to check the links down below for my own personal mentorship, where I will actually help you and guide you personally every step of the way on Amazon FBA. Otherwise, guys, if you're running on a relatively lower budget, but you still want to use some of the business tools that I use and recommend, then please don't forget to check the links down below for Awesome, the most reliable e-commerce accountants out there, Helium 10, the best product research tool out there in the market, or Tide, the most user-friendly business bank account to start off your Amazon FBA business. And with that being said, guys, let's get straight to the video. Right, guys, so why don't we start with my own personal results? And as you can see from my sales dashboard, over the last effectively 10 months in 2021, I was able to make over £610,000 in sales. Now, you might be saying that is because I'm starting on a much larger budget and I've been selling for over a few years. And yes, that is absolutely true. However, I don't actually have any other significant advantage over any new seller. I am still competing with the same sellers as you guys do. I'm still doing product research just like you guys do. And I'm still basically up against various problems and obstacles that Amazon throws along my way. The difference is with you guys, when you're starting off, you're only selling 1 or 2 products. So the amount of problems and errors you're going to counter is actually going to be a lot less than me now when I'm selling around 47 to 50 products. I basically get issues from Amazon pretty much on a monthly basis, whereas you guys, when you're starting off, you will have much less issues and hopefully will have a much more streamlined process about selling on Amazon. It's only when you get bigger you get more problems. But the key here, guys, is to show you that over the last 2 years I was actually able to make over £1.4 million in sales, and even this year in 2021, basically my sales are not slowing down, and now approaching Q4, I'm hopeful that we'll reach over £800,000 in sales for the year of 2021. That could be you, okay? This is what I always encourage all of my students, subscribers, and viewers to take action. Watching these videos is not good enough, okay? You have to take small but steady steps each and every single day towards making more money, towards building a side hustle, towards hopefully leaving your 9 to 5, just like I did a few years ago. Second up, Amazon's share price. Now, why is it important? Well, Amazon's share price is important in one perspective because this is how other big banks, big hedge funds view the company, okay? And as you can see, over the last 5 years, Amazon has grown to almost $1.62 trillion company. It is one of the largest companies in the world. But for those of you that actually go into stocks and shares and actually know a little bit more about it, it's actually with the PE ratio of 55. Basically, what that means to all of us, that means that big banks and big hedge funds are putting a lot of hope into the growth of Amazon, because a PE ratio of 55 is a very high ratio for such a valuable company, for such a big company. Basically, these banks are thinking that the company is going to grow far more in the next few years. So forget what the news articles tell you, forget what other YouTubers tell you that you cannot sell on Amazon, that you are too late. basically banks know that e-commerce is here to stay, e-commerce is here to grow, and Amazon is going to be the leading player in it, and anybody with Amazon, anybody that is selling on Amazon is going to grow with the platform and the company as well. Next up, very, very simple. And this is why I lie, because statistics never ever lie. You can hear opinions, you can hear thoughts, you can read blogs and stuff, but I like reading statistics because they tell you the truth and then it allows you to formulate your own opinion. And this is what I like. Amazon's financial results since Q1 of 2019. Now, as you can see, it's not a linear way up, but it is going up each and every single year. And what I find interesting is that Q1 of 2019 was lower than 2020, and Q1 of 2020 was lower than 2021. Same thing for Q2, Q3, and Q4. This is trajectory that a lot of people are expecting to continue in the next few years. There is no significant competitor as of right now to challenge Amazon's dominance. So why wouldn't you want to partner up with them? They do have an amazing third-party marketplace available for any one of us to use. Any one of us can tap into the millions of customers that they basically have at their fingertips and sell the products to them. Why wouldn't you go there? And why wouldn't you want to take a chance effectively in selling on this particular marketplace? Next up, internet sales as a percentage of total retail sales. So basically this is a percentage of how many people or how much of sales are now based off e-commerce and online sales. What is the percentage? Obviously 20-30 years ago, 100% sales were usually retail sales, i.e. you have to go to the actual shop, the retail mall, whatever. But as the technological age grows and as we get more and more adopted into the internet age, as you can see, the percentage of total retail sales is going up as well. But what pushed it really, really high is COVID. And as you can see in 2021 and 2020, it went from being 20% to all the way up to being 35%. And now you may think it's not a big jump. 35% is still relatively much lower than retail sales. However, guys, this is trillions of pounds and dollars we're talking about. And to see such a jump in such a short amount of time is amazing. It just goes to show that the number of customers that are going online to do their shopping is growing rapidly. And what I also find interesting is the fact that COVID it wasn't just a blip and then it went back to normal. It actually stays up, as you can see. This is when COVID hit us, and then obviously we came out lockdown and we saw this little slump, but then people remembered how effective Amazon is, how convenient it is to get parcels and packages the next day delivered to your door, and therefore came back even higher than before, and it's now reaching around 35%. Now, of course, internet sales is far more than just Amazon. It includes eBay, it includes Walmart, Tesco, Sainsbury's, whatever. Anything you shop online is included in here. But it just goes to show about customer behavior, and customer behavior, as you can see, is continuously changing more towards shopping online, which is why I do believe, and I continue to see more and more shopping centers, malls, just shops in general closing down because they just don't have enough foot traffic anymore, and they simply cannot compete with online marketplaces. Next up, state of Amazon. This is for Amazon in general, but what I find interesting, this is a report done by Jungle Scout for 2020 about Amazon and how Amazon sellers are experiencing the marketplace. And as you can see, 85% of Amazon sellers are profitable. Okay, so basically, in layman's terms, there is an 85% chance, guys, that most of you will make some sort of profit selling on Amazon. It is very, very easy to break even, and you will most likely make some profit. Depending on your budget, of course, will depend on how much profit you make, but the odds are in your favor effectively to make some money on Amazon. Some people make very, very little. Some people make a lot more. It all depends on your budget. And of course, it all depends if you want to reinvest the money back into the business, if you want to grow the business, and so on and so forth. What I also find interesting is these statistics later on. 44% sellers said that the businesses performed better than expected in 2020 because of COVID-19 pandemic. I am definitely one of those sellers because I was expecting to sell around 300, maybe 350,000 pounds in sales during 2020. But given the COVID, given the pandemic, and given the fact that everybody was actually staying at home and had nothing better to do just to watch Netflix and shop online, I was able to sell over 700,000 pounds in sales. The year before, I was on 200. So that was a massive, massive increase. Next up, 14% started selling a certain product on Amazon because of COVID-19. Again, I was one of those videos as well, because I always look for ways and ideas of how I can capitalize on what's going on in the world, whether it's with COVID, a one-off event, or whether it's potentially with trendy products such as Halloween, Christmas, summer festivals, so on and so forth. And then last but not least, 13% priced their products higher because of increased demand for their products due to COVID-19. That is really simple, and I'm actually surprised that this percentage isn't actually higher, because for a very, very simple reason. Customers had nowhere else to go. If they wanted to buy anything that is not food related, they actually had to shop online. So with all of these new customers coming in on Amazon, eBay, and so on and so forth, of course, you are going to see these prices rising dramatically. It's simple economics. It's simple supply and demand. Matter of fact, demand actually went up and the supply went down because of the shortages, because of the issues with shipping, and so on and so forth. So as you can imagine, everything has worked in Amazon's favor in 2020. But what I find interesting is that in 2021, Amazon is not slowing down. I still thoroughly believe that Q4 is going to be by far the busiest quarter for Amazon since the company started effectively. And what makes me believe that is the fact that Amazon is still very, very strong. People still search it thousands of times each and every single day, millions of times effectively. And as you can see, just because of COVID, it went back down, but now we're expecting it to come right back up, just like it does each and every single October, November, December. And over the next few months, we're going to see this massive spike in interest in Amazon. And it's, of course, this is because people are shopping for online gifts, shopping for various toys and various things to give to their friends and family. And the best place to do that, of course, is Amazon. So with that being said, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you found it useful. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Where are you at the moment in your Amazon FBA journey? Is there something I can do to help you going forward? Or is there anything that you would like me to make a video on to help you in your Amazon journey later down the line? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.